Good day everyone. For today's lesson focuses on two of the most common and effective instructional tools used in the classroom: the overhead projector and the chalkboard. Although technology continues to evolve, these tools remain valuable because they help teachers present information clearly, organize ideas, and guide students through the lesson step by step. By learning how to maximize their use, teachers can make lessons more engaging, easier to understand, and more interactive. Proper use of the overhead projector and chalkboard allows us to highlight key points, provide visual examples, and support different learning styles. And at the end of this lesson, you should be able to use both tools efficiently and creatively to support teaching and enhance student learning. Now let's define what a chalkboard is. A chalkboard, also called a blackboard or greenboard, is a smooth, dark surface used for writing with chalk. Chalk markings can be easily seen by learners and erased when no longer needed. It is one of the most common teaching tools in the classroom. Now, let's have the practices for effective use of a chalkboard. Write clearly and legibly on the board. Your handwriting should be easy to read even from the back of the room. You must use large letters. Maintain proper spacing between words and lines. Avoid overly stylized handwriting. Second, it helps if you have a hard copy of your chalkboard diagram or outline. Before writing on the board, you must prepare a guide on paper. This may prevent mistakes while writing, helps you organize the sequence of information, saves time since you already know what to write and how to structure it. The next practice is don't crowd your notes on the board. Avoid writing too many words or ideas.
These are the practices for effective use of chalkboard. Number 1, mount the chalkboard a little concave from left to right to avoid glare for the student's benefit. This means positioning the board so that curve is slightly inward, concave from the sides, reducing light reflect glare that can make it hard for the student to see the writing. Number 2, if you need to have a board work in advance for tomorrow, use Write, Please Save, and cover it with Cartain. This means when preparing work on the board ahead of time, label it Please Save and protect it with a Cartain so that content is not erased to disturb before its use. Number 3, make full use of chalkboard. Use the entire surface of the chalkboard effectively. Write clearly, organize information, and well utilize the space to maximize teaching impact. Chalkboard Techniques by James W. Brown of 1969. Sharpen your chalk to get good line. A sharp chalk tip produces clean, precise line instead of thick, fuzzy stroke. Sample: before writing a math equation, snap the chalk, create a sharp edge, then dotting symbols that are easy to read from the back of the room. Stand with elbow high, move your whole arm. Keeping the elbow raised, using the full arm instead of just the wrist gives smoother, straighter lines and reduces hand fatigue. Sample: when drawing a long horizontal line across the board, lift your elbow, swing your arm from the shoulder, and let the chalk guide evenly. Letter C. Use dots as aiming point. Placing small dots where you want letter or diagrams to start helps maintain neat alignment and spacing. Letter D. Make all writing or printing between 2 and 4 inches high. Letters of this size are large enough for everyone in the classroom to see clearly but not so big that you run out of space. For example, write a key term in 3 inches tall letters so students in the back row can read it without straining. Letter E. Use soft chalkboard so that it can be used erase easily. Softer chalk leaves less residue and whites of the board more cleanly, preventing dusting. For example, switch a softer chalk brand for daily lessons so the board stays clearly for the next class.
Today, I will be discussing to you the advantages on the use of overhead projector. To begin with, let us define first the meaning of overhead projector. Overhead projector, a projector that projects onto a screen or surface the image on a transparency placed over the projector's light source, with the image redirected by an overhead viewer. Advantages of overhead projector by Brown. It is simple to operate because it only requires minimal technical skill. Next, instructor has the complete control of sequence, timing, and manipulation of this material. Also, instructor is facing the whole class, keeping the eye contact instead of turning around and right. This means that it can display images, text, and diagrams clearly on a screen for the whole class to see. Images can be enlarged for all the audience to see. Overhead projector can help instructor may point out or some indication to facilitate communication. The projection surface is large, allowing the teacher to show his or prepared transparencies on the screen. It's easy to create materials for use in the overhead projector because the teacher only needs to write or print information on a transparent sheet. And these sheets can be prepared quickly using markers, photocopies, or printers. And lastly, there is an increasing number of high-quality commercial transparencies.
Overhead projector technique. Number 1. Show picture and diagram using pointer on the transparency to direct attention to a detail. This means that you should point at the exact spot on the transparency so that the student know what detail you're talking about. Number 2, use felt pen or wax-based pencil to add details during projection. This means that you should write or draw on the transparency while it is being projected to add or highlight important information. Number 3, control the rate of presenting information by covering a transparency with a sheet of paper. This is known as progressive disclosure technique. This shows that the information should step by step instead of all, and it should little by little so that the student don't get overwhelmed. Number 4, place additional transparency sheet as overlays on base transparency, separate process and complex ideas into elements and presented them step-by-step order. In short, use clear overlay sheet to break a complex diagram into simple steps so you can teach it one step at a time. Number 5, show three-dimensional object from the stage of projector. This means you should put a real object on the projector so its shadow appears on the screen so everyone can see. Number 6, move overhead back and foreroom to rearrange element of diagram. Move the transparency on the projector to show different arrangement of the diagram part. Number 7, simulate motion on parts of the transparency by using Polaroid glass or polarized light. In short, use Polaroid filter and move it so that the part of projected image it's look like they are moving. Number 8. Simultaneously project on adjacent screen other visual materials, usually slides or motion pictures. In short, show two visual at the same time. One from the overhead projector and one from another projector so that student can see both together.
These are the other reminders on the effective use of the overhead projector. Stand off the side of the overhead projector while you face the student. This ensures that you do not block the projected image and the students can clearly see the screen. Face the students when you talk, not the screen. When explaining or discussing, it is important to maintain eye contact and face the learners. This helps improve communication and ensures they hear you clearly. Turning toward the screen can make your voice unclear and disconnect you from your audience. Place the overhead projector to your right if you are right-handed and left if you are left-handed. This setup allows you to write or point on the transparency more comfortably, prevents you from blocking the projected image, and helps you move naturally while facing your audience. Place the overhead projector on the table low enough so that it does not block you or the screen. The projector should be low enough so it doesn't get in your way and doesn't cover any part of the screen. Tilted the top of the screen towards overhead projector to prevent keystone effect. Tilt the top of the screen toward the projector so the picture looks straight and not stretched or uneven. Avoid mistake of including too much detail on each image. Don't put too much information on one slide. Keep it clear and easy to read. Avoid large tables of figures. Come up with graphic presentation. Avoid using big tables full of numbers. Use charts or graphs instead so the audience can understand the data more easily. Don't read the text on your slide. Do not read your slides aloud. Use the text as a guide and explain the points yourself. Avoid too much text. Your presentation must be readable from afar. Keep the text minimal. Include the most important words so the slide stays clear. Make sure the slide can be seen from a distance. Use large, clear writing so everyone in the room can read it.
Good day everyone. I will be discussing the primary reading class. Primary reading class is a class in the EASLY grades, usually grade 1 to 3, that focus on teaching children the basic skills needed to read. It helps young learners build the foundation for all future learners. We have the main goals of primary class. One is teach letter, sound relationships, like phonics. Children learn how to letter present sound. Build vocabulary. Learn, understand, and use how the word correctly. Develop reading fluency. Students practice reading smoothly and accurately. Improve comprehension. They learn how to understand what they read, main idea, details, and sequence. Encourage a love for reading. Teachers introduce storybook. We have also activities often done in a primary reading class. One is phonic drills, like J for jelly, A for apple. Sight word, like example for is, we, you, and have. Story reading, reading in the park, the camping trip, and marching with words, guided reading with teacher, independent reading time, and reading game and activities. We have also how progressive disclosure techniques can be achieved. Is achieved by showing only essential information first, revealing additional details only when the users needs them. Using techniques like step-by-step, buttons, drop-downs, tooltips, and tabs. You can achieve this by using one step-by-step, breaking information into small, easy and step. Expand collapse section. Use drop-down show more button, tooltips or hover text. Show extra details only when the users hovers. Like example, the symbol. Tab or multiple screen. Group information into level tabs. And on-demand help user choose to open hits or tips. That's all for today. And thank you and God bless.